money, and Dan Malloy. This is Mark Stewart Greenstein, and you're listening to the Daily Fire. It is Tuesday, August 21st. So the two do go hand in hand, but not as many people expect. I need people to recognize that our current governor has not been bad on the budget. Okay? If you want blame for the fiscal awfulness that Connecticut has had, blame 3 or even more prior governors, okay? Rel, Rowland, Weicker, they didn't meet a bond measure they didn't approve. Bonds mean you're spending other people's money and maybe paying for it later, future generations. Dan Malloy did not succumb in a big way to that. State number of employees have gone down under Malloy, and proper funding of pensions. He has right-sized the more recent employees. They're paying apparently what is proper to make things stand up. No prior governor did that in my lifetimes. So, I think there should be some credit and then some excoriation. Credit Malloy for being, in most cases, fiscally responsible for us. And do not credit the General Assembly, because they're the ones that have approved all those past bond measures. They're the ones who don't mind these huge salaries for state employees that don't do that much, that don't earn their keep. They're the ones who caved in to CBAC. Yes, Malloy pushed it, but the legislature has control of the purse strings. They could say no. And for a generation, they haven't. Now, Republicans have been better, but still, Republicans should be lying across the doorways and saying over my prone body that you do these irresponsible things. And that is why, if I'm elected governor, I would get in that doorway. I'm small, I'll fit. And you've got to climb over me if you want to leave that chamber with an irresponsible past vote. Ladies, you can go around. I'm not looking up dresses. The importance of the General Assembly is one reason I'm running so vigorously now. Now, and for the next 2.25 years, you are going to hear from me saying that by 2020, Connecticut will have a responsible General Assembly, whether that's Democrat, Republican, Independent, a mix. It needs to be good. And if I'm elected governor, you will hear about those who are repeatedly not good, okay? A legislator who votes against responsible spending hears about it quietly from me first. And if it happens again, publicly. And with that kind of publicity, that hopefully gets them unelected in 2020. If I am elected, okay, a relative nobody, with 51% of Connecticut voters say, we want you, Greenstein, to lead us, the General Assembly, they'll have heard the message. Those who dig in and don't change deserve to be shown the door, and they'll go bye-bye in 2020. Now, that's your job. I'm the one who's going to show the way, but I don't cast hundreds of thousands of votes. You, the voters, do. So, whether you elect me or not, you'll hear from me because I finally have a forum. And enough people do pay attention that I will shine the light of goodness on the responsible legislators and badness on those who are not. In the meantime, please don't consider Malloy's tenure to be that bad fiscally. In fact, he reminds me of one other leader that doesn't get enough credit on the fiscal side. That's Bill Clinton. President Clinton was the only president in my lifetime to reduce net government spending. Okay? He had some liberal spasms, but in terms of fiscal responsibility, he was decent. Okay? Put the ire where it's due. Congress in D.C., the State House and the State Senate here. And give some credit to the people who are maverick and have turned towards more responsibility. 3 senators, Paul Doyle, Gail Schlossberg, Joan Hartley, who went against the grain. Democrat would say no. And they said yes to an otherwise Republican budget that made for a better next couple years. Not great, but better. Now, only one of them is running for re-election. That's Hartley, and I hope she does well. We need more of those types. My party's still Democrat. We need more of those types in our Senate, in our House. And if you have somebody who will buck the trend and be responsible fiscally because it's your money, not theirs, consider voting for them. Consider voting for me in November. I am Mark Stewart. Hope to hear from you more. And by the way, when do we hear? We hear on Tuesdays and Fridays. Tuesdays I have 11 a.m. conferences. Fridays we do video at 5. Hope to see you for one of them.